When we talk about leading like Jesus, we talk in terms of S3 leadership: servant, steward, and shepherd. I'd like to say a bit more about steward leadership. The mantra for steward leadership is, quite simply, it's not mine. You know, in our consumer-driven society, what we have becomes so important. Often we use it as a measure, a false measure, of who we are and what our worth is. God doesn't see things from that perspective, I can assure you. God loves each of us absolutely and unconditionally. We all have immeasurable value and dignity. Why? Because God gives it to us. Steward leadership is the recognition that everything we have, beginning with our own lives themselves, are in fact gifts to us from God, but gifts on loan to us to achieve His purposes, building His kingdom, and contributing to the common good along the way. Oftentimes we hear about leaders, say in the business world, who find themselves going off to jail because they treated the assets of their corporations as if they owned them and they could do whatever they wanted with them, when in fact the owners were the stockholders. That CEO, who we oftentimes say it's his corporation, what is he? He's a steward. He's a steward, a caretaker of other interests. In our case, we are all stewards, we are all caretakers of God's gifts and God's plan for the world. Imagine how great life would be if every leader led as a steward leader. Imagine how great our communities would be if just one more person led as a steward leader. Imagine how your world would be if you led as a steward leader. I won't kid you, it's not easy. The temptation to take, shall we say, ownership and to drive events for our own narrow self-interest is deep-seated in human consciousness. But with prayer, with patience, and with persistence, we can come to understand our proper place in creation, and we can serve God as steward leaders. I know you can do it. I hope you will do it. And I pray you'll do it better and better every day of your lives. Now, go and serve the Lord.